From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Randall Cobb on the return.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 now from the 27. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep down. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Madison. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
gun. Newton looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Linval Joseph picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
Makes the score Broncos 3, Chargers nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Chargers take over first down.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Chargers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Aqib Talib on the coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
A big play there. 79 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Cobb. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, They don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
To number 8.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Rolling. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. If you think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Broken tackle. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They run the counter now on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
The pass complete to number 5. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Broncos 3.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That's a good job there, Bob.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A 38-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
10. Broncos 3.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The Chargers 1st down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Los Angeles.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 34. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try and run for it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
Hauschka's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Broncos 3.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Denver's offense ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to John Ross. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds just short of midfield.
Back to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's 3rd down and 13.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. The Cowboys still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. 17-7, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
The running back, the ball carrier, fumbled on the play.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down, so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now left side on the swing pass. And Madison hit. And picked up by the Chargers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now it's Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Cam Newton sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Cam Newton sacked.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's 3rd down.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out right around the 39. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First down, Chargers.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're going to look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Los Angeles.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Los Angeles.
Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And the lead is now 24. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Cobb. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Newton on 1st down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Cam Newton sacked. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Here's Newton. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Newton's
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Randall Cobb, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, Newton. And this is incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there in the coverage.
Intended for number 80.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's the option. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 15. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
27. Broncos 3.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Denver Broncos.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Going to run with Madison again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They snap it to Newton. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 14-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
To number 80.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Chargers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Denver, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.